So, what we're going to be doing today is basically I'm going to go for a story and I'm going to give you two options and you're going to tell me either option A or option B.
B.
And whatever
It's always B.
option you will do,
Okay. Remember the
a consequence will happen, okay? Right, so this is like before you are in this situation. So the story goes, you two are working for a cleaning company and you get hired to go and clean into a science lab. So
we have to.
So cleaning company, cleaning science lab.
okay, so you've been hired to go and clean this science lab. Okay?
Okay.
So you get there as you would and you start cleaning.
Yep.
All of a sudden you hear alarms going off
Mhm.
and the doors behind you start closing. And so you walk forwards
Put
and
it on Facebook.
of course you would.
Yeah.
You walk into the into this room and there is two doors. Okay? And
Yeah.
onto the two doors there's on the first door it says C3654.
Hold on.
You don't need to write it down, it doesn't really matter. It's just part of the story.
Okay. So
And
just say just
so
keep it simple for
basically
1 and 2.
Those numbers just represent the like test number basically. And the
Right.
second door says C8895. Now, the doors are closed unless you open them, obviously, to go inside them. You guys
Right.
have 3 lives each. Depending what room you choose, will have a separate object in there that will or will not kill you, or may be useful in other rooms later on. Okay? So decide among yourselves if you either wanna leave.
Could you tell us a bit more about the doors?
Right. Okay. So there's nothing. There's no information on the doors except for the test numbers.
Alright, so
And
it's
once-
just numbers which we gotta...
Yeah. And
Yeah.
once you open the door, you have to go into it. So there is no peeking.
Okay. I'm thinking the first door because the first door has like the number 3 on it, and I believe. Well, to me, if I see a number 8 and see a number 3, I'm like, ah, shit. The number 8 is scary.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
No. I would go for 8 because it's like 8-bit is cool and yeah. I'm going for C8
All right.
purely
So
based on that.
I'm gonna go for C3 or whatever it was.
okay. So John, you're going to the first door, and Ben, you're going to the second door, right?
That's gonna die.
Okay. So I'm gonna go.
Immediately split off.
So I'm gonna go to Ben first. I'll go to Ben first.
Alex has the answers in front of him, so he
Yeah,
knows
obviously,
what
obviously, I'm the game master. I know. Right. So Ben, as you open the door, you find a note, and that note says, "If you stop looking at me, I will disappear." Okay. And what
Oh,
you
it's not one of those weeping angels, is it?
it's like those weeping angels, yes.
Oh no.
So basically, you have to walk across the room to the exit of that room without looking away. Okay.
What about peripheral vision? Because your peripheral
Okay.
vision is huge.
Okay, so as long as you can see it within your eyesight, you're fine. Okay.
Alright, so you don't need to focus on it.
Yes, but because this is the first room, and because obviously you can just say, "Oh, I don't want to. I want to still look at him all the way through." I have to roll the dice to decide whether that fails or that works. So I've got the dice recorded on screen, so I can't cheat.
Yeah, you got an online dice, I assume.
Yeah, I've got an on dice. It's being recorded, so I cannot cheat this. So if you don't know how the dice will work, it's 1, 2, 3. You will fail. So whatever action you're doing, you will fail, and
then
4
4,
to
5, 6
6
is
is you are able to complete that task. So Ben, you got a 4, which
Oh.
barely makes you go through the room. You get to the exit. You go through the exit. Now, John, you went through the first door, and now
Am I dead?
no, you're not dead just yet.
Not
Oh, that's a first.
Not just yet. We don't know yet. So again, you see a letter as well, and it says, "Hi, I'm Cubic. If you touch me, you will start trying to solve me. If you're unable to solve me, you will start going crazy, and you'll kill yourself."
Oh, I've already got to that point, but carry on.
So, obviously, you still have to say whether you want to try and solve the Rubik's Cube or just walk away.
Okay, what do I get for completing the Rubik's Cube? I assume I get something that will help me later on.
Can you, in real life, can you physically solve a Rubik's Cube?
Not without many hours.
Okay, so what this letter is saying is basically, if you touch me, you're not allowed to leave until you've solved me. So you're gonna drive yourself crazy to the point where you're gonna kill yourself, right?
Solving a fucking Rubik's Cube.
Yeah, I know. I was running out of ideas. Okay, right. Okay. So obviously,
Second
only
room.
the second
First room,
room.
yeah.
okay. So you're obviously gonna try and walk away, aren't you? That's the logical thing to do.
Yeah. I'm gonna walk away from the Rubik's Cube. because
Right.
Fuck that shit, I'm out.
You got a 1, which means that you failed and you attempted to touch the cube.
Excuse me, yeah, but how on earth do I decide, okay, I'm not going to touch the Rubik's Cube, and then I roll a dice, and what, does the Rubik's Cube just, like, start flying and touch me or something?
No, like you keep looking at it and you want to solve it. You get this craving to solve this Rubik's Cube, and you just decide to go and touch it and try to solve it. You go
Now,
crazy.
you roll it again.
You go crazy and you kill yourself. You're down to 2 lives.
I knew I'd die.
So now you're again in this next room. Again, two other doors. The first door says C8895, and the second door says 1692. What do you decide? Which room did you decide to go to?
We're gonna go to the same room, I reckon.
I'm gonna go with Ben this time, because
Okay.
Ben seems to know what he's doing.
Ben, what room would you like to go to? First or second?
Obviously, 1692.
Okay.
Because it has 69, yeah.
That was pure randomness, I swear. Okay, so you get into the room. There is a note that says, "Hi, I'm the blue slime. I will boost morale if you hug me." Now,
What's the catch?
there isn't a catch here. You are safe. So now there's a choice that you will make, which will either...
Well, obviously you'd hug it, wouldn't you?
You can hug it, that's the point, but the choice I'm about to give you will either be beneficial for you later on, or it may not be beneficial. So this is all up to you. You can decide whether you want to keep the slime as a pet, or leave it in that room.
I'm sorry, but slimes are adorable. I want it.
Oh, so you mean like later on, if we get like to the point of, oh, I'm gonna kill myself because I'm so sad you hugged the slime, and you're like, oh my god, I'm so happy.
Okay, there's not a scenario like that, but you get it.
Yeah, well
Basically,
then
yes.
keep it as a pet, but don't hug it yet.
Okay. Would you like to know what was in the first door?
Go on.
Yeah, go on.
A lake of monsters that would have killed you instantly.
Ah,
You
see, I told you
see?
Ben knew what he's doing.
I know. I'm great at these games.
Hold on,
So-
a lake of monsters.
Okay, so are you deciding to keep the slime, or are you deciding to leave it behind?
Keep the slime, of course.
Okay. So you keep the slime and you go to the next hallway, and there's again another 2 doors. Which door do you choose? Number 1 or number 2? Number 1 is C8465 and number 2 is 4572.
Ow. the sea doors seem to be pretty snazzy so far, so we'll go through the sea door.
Right. Ben, are you going with John on this one?
I am.
Okay. So you walk into the room and all you see is a coffee machine with a keyboard on it and a screen.
I
Are
don't
we
like
going to
coffee.
try and game on the coffee machine?
No. I'll tell you what the coffee machine is for. So the coffee machine...
Are we gonna test the waterproofness of the keyboard?
No.
Coffee.
The coffee machine will print any type of liquid that you type into it.
I'm thinking lava.
Right.
But obviously,
No, Ben.
but obviously, I'm gonna say yes or no whether it will dispense it, as it could dispense something too OP for the game, and that would not be fair. So,
So think of really
Jesus
OP
juice.
liquid.
Jesus juice from Dark Souls.
right, that is dispensed.
It is.
John, you've used the one chance you've used to use the coffee machine.
I'm gonna
Mate,
think quickly.
Mate, that Jesus juice is so OP, you don't even understand. You can be fighting a boss in Dark Souls, right? And then you're like, oh no, I need some Jesus juice. You run away, you drink it, and you're back at full HP.
Yeah, remember that this is real life, so one kill will kill you immediately. It will not be full life. You're not
Yeah.
gonna...
That's alright, because then if my leg gets chopped off, I can just drink it, and my leg regrows,
That-
because full HP.
That's fair enough, right?
Oh,
Ben?
poisons.
Sorry?
I'll probably kill myself if I get some poisons. Or I would go for water because I think water would be really useful. I also want to go for ethanol so I can set stuff on fire.
You've only got one choice, so decide either water or ethanol.
Can I have super cooled hydrogen
Sure.
so I can use its cryogenic abilities to freeze stuff?
Okay, go for it. But remember, it's only one glass, and once you've used it all, you've used it all.
It would probably
okay.
evaporate by the time you get.
Yeah, it would have evaporated. I'm gonna go.
It's in a
with-
special. It's in a special container, so if you do get that, it would obviously not evaporate. It'd
Alright.
be in a special container.
Being cheap, I see.
I'm gonna go with the water then.
You're gonna go with the water, okay? So you've
Yeah,
dispensed water.
I've picked water.
Okay, another thing about the game I forgot to mention is you may ask for like objects throughout the game. I'll obviously say yes or no, depending how I'll feel about it. And yes, you can have a chair. I don't know what you're gonna do with that chair, but sure, have a chair. You have a chair.
On Ben's head.
Don't
so
do
I can
that.
win.
Right, okay. So again, you go into the fourth room, and again you see two other doors. The first door says CO454, and the second door says CO154.
Go for the CO4, of course.
Which one?
First one. So
The first one,
CO1
Ben?
CO4.
Second.
Okay, so you're deciding to separate again. I'll go with John this time. So you walk into the room and you see a
Okay.
note.
I see another note. Well, this didn't go well last time, did it?
Okay, so this note says it's a pair of golden tweezers, and anyone who touches the tweezers will start plucking their eyebrows and then their hair, and once they have no more hair, they'll pluck their eyes out.
Oh,
So this
okay.
this will be again a dice roll to see whether you get away without losing a life or
because I guess as the character themselves don't know what it does,
well, I mean it.
right?
So that's what the
Because-
note. The note is there.
because- Oh,
for
the
that.
note tells you what it does.
The note tells you what it does, but again, you're in this scientific lab, so it's got these abilities to be able to draw you in if you obviously roll a.
But why would I want to touch it
3 weeks later.
if
It's because
I
okay,
know what it is for?
you know what it is for, but it's a science thing, right? Okay, it's luring you in. Is
All right, I'm not gonna question it. Roll
don't
the
question
dice.
it. Just don't question it. Right. Okay. So you roll a dice. You got a 6, which means you get away with it. You're fine. You didn't lose a life.
Die this time.
Right.
I feel
Okay.
like I'm gonna die.
Ben, you walk into the room, and all you see is a silver bell.
Silver bell.
Yes. Do you or do you not ring it?
Well, remember, some villagers might come out the walls.
That is so true. Silver.
Yeah.
Interesting detail, that silver bell.
It's not really like a. It's just a color that I thought. It's not really.
Oh,
I think you're looking into it too much.
Yeah.
Interesting detail.
I'm
It's
going to
exactly
ring it.
22 to times 10 to the power of 4 atoms in it.
You're gonna do what? Sorry.
I'm going to ring the bell.
You're going to ring the bell. So you ring the bell, and you see a butler appear. Now, the butler can get anything you ask for. He can do anything you want. But there is a but.
There's a
One-
fat butt.
Once the butler has done that thing for you,
Well,
like,
they're trying to
okay,
kill you.
let's say, for example, you use the butler to see what is in the next room. The butler will come back he will not know what has happened in there. He will forget where he's got that information or where he's got that object. So, for example, if you've asked for a lemonade, he'll come back with a lemonade, but he doesn't know where he got it from. So he could have literally just stole it from somewhere.
Can I send it to John's room?
Wake me up. Well, where did he come from then? The butler says in an anxious voice.
Okay, what do you do? Do you decide to keep it or do you decide to leave it?
Keep it.
Obviously keep it, because
Okay.
there's no disadvantage to it.
Okay, if you think so.
Wait, who has the slime and who doesn't have the slime? Because we
You both have the slime, okay?
So there was 2 slimes.
Yeah, there was 2 slimes and you're both there with it. Okay.
Okay.
Right, so again, you're now in the 5th corridor. Again, you see 2 other doors. First door says C2356 and the second door says C5484. Which ones do you decide to go in?
I'm gonna choose the second door.
You're going to choose the second door?
How many times can I use my butler?
As many times as you want until he's been killed.
Okay, so can I get him to go and have a look what's in the first door, then tell me, and then I'll make a decision based on that information?
Remember what I said though?
That he will forget
So by the
where
time...
he...
Yeah, so when he comes back, he will have no memory of what is in that room.
Oh.
That's interesting, actually.
So,
I guess you could go in. You might be able to ask him to get an
Okay.
axe or something, so you can break the door and have a look at it rather than going in there.
or I could
that's
just use
within
him
the
as
game.
livestock. I could send him in there. If he doesn't come out, he's most likely dead. If
Okay.
he does come out, then it's safe for me to go in.
Okay, rule about the butler. I decide when he dies. If he goes into a room and it was a deadly room, he would still come back fine. It just
My
depends.
man's got a mortal.
Man's got immortality until he's clicked like Thanos.
Yes. Okay, so he wouldn't be able to help you like that. But if you ask for an object, even if it's an object I would say no to, he will get for you. So he overrules my judgment of saying no, you can't have that object.
But doesn't that allow me access to godly items which will break the game?
Yes, but I trust you wouldn't do that.
Okay.
Alex, this is Ben, mate.
I know. That's the problem.
Yeah, Ben is definitely gonna do that.
Yeah, I know. But I'm trusting Ben that he wouldn't.
Alright. I'm going to pick the same door as John did, but I also want to request a phone from my butler.
Okay.
Right, so you can play
That
Snake.
is that is fine. Your butler brings out a phone.
Oh, that's okay. You should have asked him to bring out a phone with Minecraft Pocket Edition installed.
Yeah. No, it's so I can get the flashlight. Communication, obviously not, because we're in a building, and I don't know, high penetration phone signals haven't existed yet.
Okay, so you both decide to.
Why doesn't Ben just ask the butler for an AR-15?
Really should ask him for that.
Okay, so you both walk into the second room. The room is pitch black, and you walk into the middle of the room.
There we go.
All of a
Got
sudden-
phone for that.
All of a sudden, the doors close, and the floor opens up to reveal a lava pit. You're both dead. You both lose a life. So
Well, what about my flashlight? Open the door from opening.
You-
What would have
no, stopped it. They're like full-on metal doors, like they would crush it. So Ben, you are on 2 lives. John, you have 1 life left.
Well, this isn't going well.
Well,
No, it isn't going well.
I mean,
I don't-
this is the last room, so
Oh,
thi-
we're in the last round. Okay, go on.
so this means, John, that you could survive this, or you could lose
Gonna
this.
win. Well, I mean, Ben is gonna survive anyway right now.
Yeah, Ben is going to survive. So Ben,
So I get my Jesus juice there wouldn't have even helped.
yeah, no, that's why I said objects that you gain may or may not help. Right.
Okay.
Okay, so you're in the final room, and the first door says C9874, and the second door says C0525. Which room do you choose?
I'll let Ben answer first.
The one ending with 2-5.
Just a warning, this is where you should really be asking for items, this room. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh,
So-
okay. Well,
I'm
only-
gonna hug my slime,
Okay?
and I'm
I'm
also
going-
gonna, if Okay, if I drink my Jesus juice now, does that mean I can get extra health in case like
No.
something bad happens?
You are on your last life. That will not help.
Yeah, I know. But like, I know I won't gain a life. But I mean, am I able to, like get some more health, sort of thing? So if I get into a fight with someone, I'm more likely to win it if I have more health.
Okay, if you get
What do you
injured,
think of this?
if you get injured, I'll allow the juice to be used as a strength boost. But
Okay.
the strength boost will be decided by the dice.
So one
Okay.
being the lowest and 6 being the highest.
Yes.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Okay, so can I get my butler to order me some Jesus juice as well? And I would also like to drink my cup of water, which I brung with me this entire time.
You may drink. You may
Would've
drink
warmed up
the.
by now.
You may drink the water, and the butler brings you the juice.
So now I stand an equal chance plus an extra life.
Yes. Well, it's not an
I-
extra
I-
life. It's just.
You know what I should have
Boost
done?
strength.
If we were in Siberia, which I have a strong sensation for some reason that we are, I really should have got some kind of gun to fend off bears.
Right. Anyway, what rooms do you guys choose?
Well, Ben chose the room engine in 2.5. Ben seems to know what he's doing, so I'm gonna go with Ben.
Okay. So
Oh,
you.
sorry, I think I just whacked my mic.
You both enter the room. You are attacked by killer wolves.
Well, I drank my water at least.
Well, at least Ben can get to the end.
You're both lose a life. I'm sorry, John, but you did not survive.
Really should have gone AK-47.
Ben, you walk to the exit and you've come to another room. This
Oh,
time,
I thought you said that was the last room.
no, I haven't finished speaking. This time, it's the door that says exit on it.
Hmm.
Now, you have a choice here. You can either go and stay in the laboratories, or you can leave through the exit. But, there's a but, I'm not going to tell you whether that's the actual exit or not.
I see.
Well,
the thing is, I did drink all that water, so
well, Alex saying that that's not the actual exit is
Nah, that's-
making me think that it's not the actual exit because why
I
would
doubt it's the
Alex?
exit as well.
Why would Alex tell us that information?
But the
if it
thing
was
is,
the exit?
Make it
if
more
it's
interesting.
not, well, the sequence of the game so far has been a room where something happens, and then a lobby area where we both meet up again, and then choose the next room.
Hmm.
We are in that lobby area, so the next room should be a combat zone, which means if we stay here, well, if I stay here, then I should stand a better chance.
It's up to you, Ben. I'm not. I didn't say. I didn't
can't
say.
influence your decision.
So-
I am dead.
Mm.
I'm. It's just to make it more interesting. Like, it could be an exit. It could not be an exit. You might be stuck in that laboratory forever, and you may have to walk back if you want to. You may walk back into the other rooms if you really want to.
Can I? Okay, from my butler, I'm allowed one OP item. Can I request a thermite charge?
Right.
Why on earth
I
would
can't
that
say.
be OP though.
I can't say no because it's the butler, and the butler overrules me. So you will get them. I don't know what you'll use them for though.
Yeah, I don't know what you're gonna use them for either. Because are you talking about actual thermite charges or thermite charges from Rainbow?
From Rainbow. I mean, with actual thermite. Actually, yeah. Let's just have a big bag of thermite so I can torch the entire place.
Okay, thermite, you can do a lot with a bag of thermite.
Yes. 3,000 degrees. But I'm going to stay in the lavatories.
All right, Ben, you die of starvation because there was no food left. You.
Well, that's a bro moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we're
You
going to
should have asked
discover
the
my
butler for
boss.
infinite food.
Ben, that was the actual exit. If you had left, you would have seen your family, and you would have got paid for all the trouble that you went through. But because you decided to stay in the laboratories, you died of starvation.
That just doesn't make any sense, though. You think he would get desperate and just go out?
Exactly. That was all I was hoping for, but hey, what can I say? You decided to stay in. I gave you the option. I did give you the option to stay in.
Fine.
So what now?
Right,
the
that
end?
that is the end of the game. Did you want to know what was in the other room?
Yeah.
What other room?
Okay, so you chose the killer wolves.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Right. So in the other room, there was monsters with no ears, but they could see you. Right. Now, this is where I was like, this is
So
where
they're
I was
a
like,
T-Rex.
sort of thing, yeah. So I was like, this is where I said you need to ask for items, right? Because if you ask for a correct item,
Oh, Ben,
could have been
should've gone for the
survived.
invisibility cloak from
Yeah.
Harry Potter.
Yeah.
so you
the
could
butler.
have, and if you would have got spotted, you would have lost a life. If you had not been spotted, you would have survived. You could have sacrificed your slime, so that you could have gone through without being eaten by your slime. In one of the other rooms, there was killer slimes, that again you had a chance to either lose your own life or lose the life of your slime. So you could have used your pets as well. That's why you brought them. You can use them in any other way. But I do have to say, John, you let me down. You
Oh,
let
did
me
I let
down.
What sort of expectations did you have from me?
I thought you'd make better choices.
And I was trying to not break the game.
Yeah.
Why did I get ordered thermite?
Why did you order thermite?
My idea was to blow through a door, and I thought the door's probably reinforced. Like you
Yes.
can blow through without thermite charges.
It's like those scientific doors that you see that like thick metal, like thick with
Yeah.
5 Qs.
Yeah, but then, Ben, you should have asked for the minigun from the depths.
Okay, that would go through the door.
Well, I think we should do this more often. Obviously, with different scenarios. I'll think of other stuff to come up with. I don't know.
Okay.
It won't be. I think
Sure.
my next one won't be doors. I think my next one will be something else. Still involving options, but
Next one will be hoops from skydiving.
could you survive a nuclear disaster or something like
That's a Vsauce 3 video, mate.
that?
It
Not
is,
like that.
and a good one at that.
Right. So thank you so much for being in this video, guys. And we'll see you next time. See ya.